Hi there! Welcome to my August favorites video. I have a whole lot of things to share with you, so I'm not going to make this intro too long because I have a feeling the video is already going to be long enough. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, I have some beauty and non-beauty favorites to share with you, and then I also have a couple things this month that I was just a little sort of meh about, but I thought I would share those with you as well. So let's go ahead and start with the beauty items, and then we will work our way from there. So the first thing that I wanted to share is the Real Techniques Sam's Picks brush set that I reviewed for you. Love these. They've quickly become some of my most favorite brushes, and I use a lot of them every single day, so I'm very happy to have this as part of my brush collection now. And they are fantastic workhorse brushes, multitasking. I find that I use them for a variety of things, but I will link to that video for you below. But really love these, and I think it was a good buy. The next thing I've been loving is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. As I mentioned to you before in a video, I took this on vacation with me. I really love it. I think that it met all of the wonderful expectations I had for it from when I had heard other people reviewing it. I love that I'm getting that high SPF coverage. I like the actual coverage of my skin, the way it evens out my skin tone. I like the feel on my skin. It's just a fantastic product, something I will definitely repurchase once I use it up. The next beauty favorite is a new mascara love, and I've really fallen head over heels in love with this. This is the Maybelline Full and Soft Waterproof, and this is in Very Black. I've heard about this for a while, and I just heard people that love it just go on and on about how great it is, and so I finally tried it, and I have to agree, this has become one of my most favorite all-time mascaras. I have a lot of drugstore loves. I'm actually probably going to do a favorite drugstore mascara video for you at some point, but this has really quickly become in my top 5 mascaras of all time. It is not as volumizing as I expected it to be. It's not thickening, but it really does a beautiful job of sort of fanning out your lashes. It does make them look longer. It is also a very dry formula, so you're not getting any clumpiness at all. I've been using this every single day since I purchased it. It has to be like toward the end of July or so, and not clumpy in the least, and I feel like I'm not even sure that it's even coming close to the end of its lifespan. It still works the same as the day that I opened it. So this is a fantastic mascara. I will most definitely repurchase this. Can't really say enough good things about it. One thing I should mention, it does take a little extra work to remove because it is waterproof, but the benefits of it for me are more than worth it. Okay, the next beauty favorite is something that I sort of forgot that I had, and I pulled it back out, and I've been loving it this month, and this is the Jordana Fabuliner in black. This is such a great felt tip liner, and it is another one of those things that works as well as the day that I bought it. I've had this, I think, for probably a year at least, and kind of forgot about it, like I said, but I just realized I wanted to do a little bit more of like a baby winged liner, and I wanted to use a liquid eyeliner, and I thought, well, this is probably dried out, but I'll give it a go. Not dried out in the least. This is a fantastic product for the price. Of course, Jordana is always extremely affordable, and when I got this, it was from Walgreens, and I just love it. Fabulous if you're looking for a felt tip type liner. Okay, the next favorite of mine is something that I picked up on my vacation in Des Moines, and it's what I'm wearing today. This is the Chanel Rouge Coco Shine in Aventure. This is number 57. Like I said, it is the color that I'm wearing today, and I've been wearing this so much this month. It's just a beautiful pink. So here it is, and I will swatch this for you. Sort of a little bit leaning more fuchsia, but it's also sheer enough where it's not too much. I do think it changes quite a bit on my lips, so it appears very sheer here, but then on my lips it is a much more bold pink. Not so much so that it wouldn't be office appropriate or anything like that, but just a really beautiful color. And I have a lip liner on around the edges, but I don't have a lip liner on as a base. So this is the color that you're seeing on my lips is just the lipstick here. So really beautiful formula, feels very comfortable, non-drying. Love that the color sort of goes with a variety of looks, and really happy to have that. I know that I'm going to be continuing to wear that a whole lot. Okay, and then another beauty item that I'm sort of just kind of meh about. I really don't feel strongly about it one way or the other. This is something I also picked up on my vacation. This is the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. I've been using it. It's nice. I'm not really noticing a significant difference. My skin still gets a little bit oily. It's definitely not making matters worse. I just don't find any real difference between using it and not using it. So I will continue to use it. I will use it up. We still have plenty of warm weather here for the next few months, so I will definitely be using it. I figure it can't hurt, but I don't think it's something I would repurchase. I just don't feel that strongly about it. And then the final makeup item that I have is something that I really have been enjoying, especially this summer, and this is the Makeup Forever Duo Matte. This is one of those foundation powder type products. I've been using it dry exclusively, and I do think this is a shade too dark for me. This is number 202. But it's not so dark that I couldn't use it. It just almost is a little bit better this time of year because it has probably a shade too dark, but that's actually okay because it's summer, so it warms up my skin a little bit. I like this especially for days when I don't want to wear any foundation or I'm not wearing that IT Cosmetics CC cream. This does even out my skin tone. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look heavy. It has a really sort of beautiful silky type finish to it. Very lightweight. I don't know that you're going to be able to see it because it does blend in pretty well, but there it is on the back of my hand. And one of the things that I really like this for is it does have quite a bit of pigmentation, so I've been using this to set my under eye concealer, which normally you would think that would be kind of a no-no, that it would really cake or look too heavy or settle into the lines, but it really doesn't because it's very lightweight, and it also provides a little bit more coverage. So on those days when I have quite dark circles, I will use my concealer and then set it with this, and I get really good coverage. So I do like this product. I'm not sure if it's something I would repurchase, not because I don't like it, but just because it's not, you know, wowed me one way or the other, but I do like it very much, and I'm glad to have it. And I imagine it's going to last me quite a while anyway before I have to even consider repurchasing it. Okay, a few more things here that are sort of not exactly makeup products, but just sort of in the skincare category. This first one is going to be very polarizing. I can tell you that right now. This is the Dove Advanced Care Deodorant, and I'll tell you why this is going to be polarizing. So I don't know if Dove changed the formula or if this is just new packaging, but I think I picked this up sometime around the beginning or mid-July, and I like Dove antiperspirant deodorant products, so I just picked this up, and I used this pink, I don't know if you call it a fragrance or version of it before, and I liked it. Now this is different than the one that I picked up before. This is very heavily fragrance, which is why I think it's going to be so polarizing. It's a fantastic product. It works really well. I happen to love the fragrance of it, but it reminds me a lot of the perfume from, I think it's the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, which was Sierra. And I had a high school math teacher that used to wear it, and I always just thought she smelled so good. And this is exactly what that reminds me of. So you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. And the scent does linger. So I will warn you, if you don't like that, you are going to smell this throughout the day. When you move around, you do catch a little whiff of it every once in a while. So if you don't like that, stay far away from this, but I happen to like it. It might be something I would grow tired of over time, so I'm not sure if I would buy this same one again. But as far as the line, this particular brand, I would absolutely repurchase this. I think it works so well. So anyway, use your own judgment on that, or give it a whiff before you buy it, because it is heavily fragranced, but I really like it. Okay, the next product that I have that I've just sort of been about, I don't think it was all that good, is the Crest 3D White Polishing Treatment. This is the Brilliance Boost. I put it in a box so you could see what it would look like on the store shelves. But I've been using this for at least maybe 6-8 weeks. I might have purchased it in June. It's just nothing special. I think it does make your teeth feel very clean, but I've not noticed any sort of additional whitening properties at all. I haven't noticed my teeth becoming any whiter as a result of using it. So basically what you do is put your toothpaste on your toothbrush, and then you put a layer of this over the top. It really doesn't matter how much or how little you use. I use about equal amounts of toothpaste and this, so it is quite a bit of product in your mouth, and it does get quite foamy. But, you know, it's nice. It makes your teeth feel very clean. You do get that just from the dentist clean, but, you know, I don't know. It's kind of gritty, like when you would go to the dentist and they use that polishing agent. This has silica in it, so that's what the, I don't know, exfoliating is probably not the right term, but the polishing agent in it. And, you know, it's nice. I'll use it up, but I don't think it's anything special, so I wouldn't repurchase it. Okay, and then my last skincare body product is something I really have been loving, and this is the Olay Exfoliating Moisture Daily Exfoliating with Sea Salts. This is a body wash. This smells so good. This is a very classic soap fragrance. I love it. It does linger on the skin for a little while after you use it, so I use this a lot at night with a poof or a washcloth, and you get lots of nice suds, and then it will linger on your skin a little bit as you're laying in bed or something like that. But I love the fragrance of it. It does have sea salt beads or, inner pieces in it, so you do get a little bit of that exfoliating action. It's not an intense exfoliation. It's not really going to buff your skin in any real significant way, but it does feel kind of nice and cleansing, and I just love the fragrance of it. So this has been something I would definitely repurchase, and I really, really enjoy it. Okay, now let's move into some non-beauty favorites this month. So the first thing is something that I would not be without, and I haven't been without one for years, and this is a heating pad. So I've got it all wrapped up here. Let me show you this. I know this seems really silly, but I use a heating pad on my back every single night, 365 days a year. This is my favorite one. This is the third one I think I've purchased because I've literally burned through 2 other ones. So this thing is massive. It's king size. I'm going to put the brand, I'm going to list it down here because I can't remember. It's from Walgreens, and I think it has a Walgreens label on it, but I want to say it's actually maybe made by Sunbeam, but again, I'm going to put this down here in the captions. This thing is huge, and it's so plush and soft. I love this thing, and my cat Muffin loves it too, so we sit together every night in bed when I'm reading or on YouTube or something. We sit together on this. I just have a little bit of arthritis in my back. It's nothing major. It really doesn't bother me during the day, but by the end of the day when I've been really active, my back's sore, so I just look forward to this. It's part of my nightly ritual. I just get in bed and just look forward to this. I think it's very, very comforting, especially in the winter time. We always turn our air pretty cold at night, so the house is nice and cold, and I get in bed with my kitty cat and just snuggle up with this thing. And this one's so fancy. This is the newest version. Actually, it does say Sunbeam right here on it, but it's digital, and it's got 6 temperature settings, and I just absolutely love it. I wouldn't be without it. So anyway, it's kind of my interesting non-beauty favorite. And then while we're on a sleeping theme here, I have had such a hard time finding these, but one of the things that I find really helps me sleep well at night is using earplugs. And these are by far my most favorite when I can find them. Again, from Walgreens, these are the Leight Sleepers. This company, I think it's called Howard Leight. Yeah, Howard Leight makes a lot of different versions of this. I think they make a lot of earplugs for companies and things for employees that need ear protection. But these are really, really soft, and they're just so comfortable to wear. They don't hurt my ears at all. And you can recognize them because they're this bright yellow and pink. But I just love these because they are so soft and squishy, and they do a really good job of blocking out noise. I do want to caution you about a few things before you go out and purchase these though. As much as I love earplugs and I think that they are fantastic for promoting good sleep, I have had a problem where I've gotten an ear infection from using these because I use them too often and I wasn't changing them out often enough. So if you are going to wear these, a few things I would recommend is don't wear the same pair more than just a few nights in a row. Go ahead and throw them away and get out a fresh pair. The other thing is you want to make sure your ears are really dry before you use these, or that warm, moist environment's really going to promote the growth of any sort of bacteria that can cause an ear infection. And also just don't wear them, too many nights in a row. I just, from my own personal experience, know that you can really get a bad ear infection from doing that, so I just really would caution you. I'm always very careful about keeping my ears dry because that's one of the things for me that causes a lot of ear problems. So anyway, but I would really encourage you to check these out if you can find them. I'm not sure if Walgreens is the only place that sells them. It's the only place that I can find them, and they are sold out very often. So my final favorite for the month of August is another non-beauty favorite, and it is a recipe. It is a taco meat recipe that I got from the Pioneer Woman Cooks. I'm going to try to put a link to her website, or at least give you the exact name of the recipe so that you can search it and find it on your own. Let me go ahead and insert some pictures for you here. It is fantastic. I got really tired of just sort of the same old ground beef and a packet of taco seasoning recipe. So I did a little bit of searching online and I came across this recipe and we have just loved it. It would be great. You could make it and then freeze whatever you didn't use and pull it out at a later time. I love the flavor of it. It's a little bit different, like I said, than just your normal ground beef and seasoning recipe. And also because it does have the beans in it, your meat actually goes a lot further. So you may be using a pound or two of ground beef, but then you're also getting quite a bit of beans in it as well. So it really makes that go a lot further, and you could certainly just go ahead and freeze half of it, which is what I would do, and then I will have it for a later time. I'm actually planning on making this again next week. I showed you in my grocery haul a couple days ago that I'm planning on loaded nachos for one of our meals, and this is the recipe that I'm going to be using for the meat portion of that. So anyway, I can't recommend that strongly enough. So those are all of my favorites for the month of August. I am done with my no buy as of this month, so I have a lot of things that I am really looking forward to purchasing and sharing with you. There's just been some great things come out that I'm very, very excited about. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.